Coach Schuman here. I'm tired of listening to so many of these advisors in the recruiting space telling stuff that just isn't true, explaining that they can help kids get recruited when they have no following to be able to do so, nor any college coaches that are following them. College coaches are inundated from a time standpoint with prospects reaching out on film and everything like that. So you have to go where the college coaches are. They're on Twitter. That's one of the places. They're probably also on Instagram. That's another place. You have to be able to get them to open their DMs to you so you can at least reach out and give information to them. Those are some important things that you have to do from a recruiting standpoint. I used to be a big believer in that if you have film that's pretty good, you reach out to the colleges that you're interested in, and then you have target schools and you have other schools. Listen, you have to cast a wide net, and the reach that the people you're associated with have is a critical, important part. Think about it no different than the influencer space. Okay, the people that have influence in media, people will leverage that. People who have influence in other spaces, they'll leverage that, okay? Influence in recruiting means you have a following. If you have 30 followers, you don't have a following. I built it over 20 years as a college recruiting analyst with what I've done with NUC Sports. That's why we have 600,000 followers on Twitter alone, 100,000 on Instagram, 230,000 on my original TikTok. Okay, these are people that are following because specifically the information that we're putting out from a recruiting standpoint. Same thing with my partner, Mike Farrell, on the recruiting space. He's been in the industry for almost 30 years, okay, and he's been the number one analyst. And so those are things that are important to recruiting. The other stuff doesn't work. It's just a period, bottom line. You have to have excellent film. You have to jump off the map from a recruiting standpoint when people look at your film. You have to be able to pop off on training, and if you go to 7-on-7, you go to a showcase. You have to dominate those things, and you have to be next level. And yes, measurables do matter. There are cases where it doesn't, but measurables do matter. You have to then be able to reach out to schools that will have an interest in you and begin to build your own interest in what you do. And you got to leverage influencers to be able to do that, like myself, okay? Ones that have credibility with college coaches, that have done it before, that have been doing it for years. Fly-by-night stuff is not going to get you where you need to be. That's just the bottom line. It's a hard truth. It's the real truth. Most of these other guys have no credibility with college coaches. You have to be with people that do. That's important.